Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe and smash that notification bell hard like She-Hulk so you don't miss any new uploads. This is December, so there will be, one each day at least. And if you enjoy this review, please do like it and share it with others so they can enjoy it as well. And don't forget to leave your comment. And Captain Frugal recently told me that he does not always get my notifications. And I'm sure he smashed the notification bell good when he subscribed to me. So let's get into this. Today is the third day of the 25 days of comic book reviews. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Green Lanterns Fighting Snow in issue 55. And that's Jessica Cruz there on the cover, looking beautiful as ever, along with Simon Baz pulling up the rear. And this cover is a variant. It's beautifully done. I loved this series, but now it's gone. It ended with issue 57. And the story starts right off with action. This is written by Dan Jurgens, so you know it's going to be good. Eon, this is a guy in blue right here, says, "Positions! The Master's arrival is imminent." And they're talking about, the person who technically sort of rules over them. And one of the Ravagers says, "I've sometimes wondered if he even exists." Eon says, "Of course he exists. He planned all of this and set our strategy in place weeks ago." He says, my apologies, Lord Eon." He says, "Take a knee. Show him the respect he deserves." And over here you see this, "Indeed, now and forevermore, you are mine to command." And here he is, in all his ugly glory. "For eternity, Lord Henshaw." It's Hank Henshaw. And so over here on this page, he's talking with Eon. It's getting the update that they gathered 98.7% of minerals from the planet Penelope that they literally destroyed. And Eon reports that the lanterns were effective in their efforts. And he says that your Ravagers have served me well. They're entitled to that which they deserve most. Revenge on those who cast them into the brink of extinction. And then he's talking like he's running for office or something. And he goes on about the lanterns and the guardians. And you can see all of the Ravagers just getting all riled up. "Henshaw, Henshaw, Henshaw! Henshaw, Henshaw, Henshaw!" And then over the page, a total change of scenery. This is Jessica Cruz thinking back when she helped the inhabitants of the planet Penelope resettle somewhere else. And she's thinking about how much satisfaction she got from it. But she couldn't help but wonder if there was more she could have done to help them. And that's just human behavior. It's not healthy, human behavior, but it's human behavior. But that was just a flashback, and this is where she is currently on the planet Mogo, which is a sentient planet, but it, for some reason, cannot control its own environment, which currently is a blizzard. Because you can see Jessica leading the pack with Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, Kilowog, and Kyle Rayner following behind. And they did a wonderful job drawing her. Excellent job. She looks beautiful there. And over the page, you see they walk into this infirmary, and one of the guardians says, "Hal Jordan, you've returned. I fear conditions are so dire here that and elsewhere that we have to agree. I concur. Kenneth. Because, you know, he said up here the entire core is crumbling. And Jessica remarks, if you're referring to Pinello, it's too late. It's gone. And Hal says, I think they're referring to somewhere else, Jessica. And the Guardians are very cryptic about this. And they're saying, we are in the midst of a catastrophic event because of Rami, and they, you know, place the blame on him, but since he's the one who created the most deadly weapon in all of existence. And it's the Phantom Ring. It's gone. And it was taken from him. And Kyle asked, any idea who took it? And this one here, the bald one, says, that is not important. All that matters is finding it. And Jessica comes out and says, you know, the obvious. How is its wearer not important? Because every ring, you know, works on the one of the emotions of the wearer. No matter if it's green, blue, red, yellow, purple, it focuses on one of the emotions in order to make those rings work. And Kilowog says, you have a suspect. And that one says, sure, sadly you are correct, Kilowog. And they blame Simon Baz for taking the Phantom Ring. And Guy Gardner's not surprised. So Baz is a traitor. And Kilowog goes, so you're telling me, you're saying Baz killed Carasau? Jessica refuses to believe it. And all of a sudden they hear a big whoosh from the power battery. And it's because Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw, comes flying through. Time to acknowledge that Hank Henshaw, feared by many as the Cyborg Superman, is your Lord and Master. And they're like, how? He wears the Phantom Ring. Shields. Useless. He says, you were in the green all along, deceiving and manipulating us. Which she was. And he goes on telling them how he projected his consciousness into the power battery from Earth, and to take control, because he can do that with any form of technology, which is very weird and freaky, if you ask me. If someone were able to do that today, just imagine what they could do. And then, over the page, the Ravagers bring their whole armada to attack Mogo. And the Lanterns go to defend, but not all of them are completely powered up. And there's that Eon coming out and, you know, knocking some of them away, but, you know, Hal Jordan says Eon might be energy-based, but there's only one of him. He can't fight us all, and then, of course, Eon goes and multiplies himself into, I think, 7 there. And Kyle's like, okay, what now? Jessica says, fight! Kilowog says, like you've never fought before. And so there's these energy I guess these are weapons that are shot from this armada ship. And it hits the planet, and Jon Stewart is a casualty. I'm surprised nobody's reviewed this and tried to make us think about that. And Henshaw goes on, tiny ineffective little gnomes who think so highly of yourselves that you decide the fates of galaxies. In reality, you're nothing. You comfort yourselves as gods, but you lack emotion. Well, this dude has more than enough emotion in himself right now. You could say he's full of rage, because that's what every ring is based on. Some form of emotion. Compassion, rage, willpower. And that makes you weak, he says, because my sense of infinite rage fuels me. And then he goes on to say how he has been in every one of the Green Lantern's rings because he was in the power battery. He's been controlling them, and that's been the cause of the miscommunication. Because if you remember, I think a few issues back, Jessica would hear something from Simon Baz, but he didn't really say it. And Kyle Rayner would hear something, but the person he heard it from really didn't say it. It was Hank Henshaw, fooling all of them, getting them to mistrust each other. And Hal Jordan states the obvious. We're getting trounced. Seems my ring is about the only one that isn't compromised. I think that's that's Hal Jordan. I have to, and then, shoo, that was a death scream, Mago. And then the Guardians are trying to hold him off, but that he says, there's so much more I can do. You have the green, I have everything. Ha ha ha. He's tapping into the entire emotional spectrum. How? I always theorized this might be. You Guardians should have realized there is nothing worse than thinking you're omnipotent. When you aren't, your world is mine. Your 10 soldiers are mine. All that you have been, are, and will be is mine. Next issue, Lost Cause, and you can see the Guardians laying there on the ground, all of them out cold. And Hank Henshaw is just reeling with, rage, and he's glad that he's dealt the Guardians a huge blow. So that was a fast-paced issue of Green Lanterns, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. I hope if you haven't picked up Green Lanterns before, you at least get issues 50 to 57, because they're written by Dan Jurgens, and he is a great writer. So I thank you for stopping by. This has been day 3 of my 25 days of comic book reviews. And please come back for more, because that's what I have. That's what I have planned. At least one review for each day. So this has been a blast. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and smash the notification bell like She-Hulk, so you'll hopefully receive the notifications of each upload. And please do comment on the videos, so I know that you are seeing them, so they know that you are getting notified. It's, that will help me. And please do like and share this review with others if you enjoyed it. And like I said, don't forget to comment down below. So, till next time, readers, I am Michael for Spirit Comics.